game point number 3 of this game. And she has it. Zonova yet to be broken in this match, and she leads 5 games to 2. So Kaplan serving to stay in this set.
And the thing about her serves, Kelly, is they're not only powerful, but they're so deep. They're really allowing her to set up her points because Kaplan's way behind the baseline as she starts play, and then she starts to move her side to side, and she's getting so many more short balls and opportunities to go with her forehand and her two-handed backhand, and she's got to be feeling really good about the way she's playing right now. She's made a few mistakes, but on the whole, very strong first set so far for the junior.
Just a second ago, we saw Zonova talking to her coach, Abby Samlin, and when I asked Abby before the match, what makes Zonova such a special player, she gave me 3 words: power, attitude, and commitment. And her attitude and commitment, not to diminish them at all, there's a reason they're in the top 3, but I think power was said number 1 for a reason.
Right, and we've seen it so far. We saw it on the first point of the match. I mean, that two-handed backhand was blistered down the line, and it just a real tone setter. And then when you win your first 10 points in the match, certainly not the way Kaplan wanted to start.
Kaplan down a break, serving to extend the set. And in a low 15 hole.
And then Kaplan, you know, throughout the Section 1 tournament talked about having the experience of being here last year, and she doesn't look phased, but certainly she's been outgunned so far. Both players pretty unflappable.
Zonova tried to pounce on the second serve. Instead, 15-0.
I got it a little bit into her body. It was a little spinner, and I got up. She really couldn't get her arms extended out.
That's a great point from Kaplan.
She's just going to continue to go about her business and play her game. She had a one opportunity. Previous game, got into deuce, but wasn't able to get the break. See, they're good side-to-side play, and Zonova unable to get to that ball. And the good thing about power is it can get you out of a multitude of problems. It can work you out of trouble.
That's about an inch deep. Kaplan with some of her biggest ground strokes, I'd say, of the match so far. And it's created a game point opportunity.
Yeah, I think she knew the magnitude of, if it was the other way around, it would be set point.
Deuce. Into deuce. Goes long.
Advantage Kaplan.
Back to deuce.
Deuce.
Too many mishits so far in this set, but that one got away from Kaplan. And so Zonova has her first set point.
Little shake of the racket as she walked back on the baseline, knowing that she's got an opportunity here for the set right now.
Long.
Yes, ball was out. Deuce.
Zonova questioned the call, and very quickly Dave Hanses, our chair umpire from Binghamton, affirms Kaplan's call. Back to deuce.
It's a great play.
Advantage Zonova.
Backhand on the run. A lot of times you see a player go down the line in that situation. She went cross court, and I think she caught Kaplan a little bit by surprise.
So advantage Zonova and the second set point. And again long, and we'll return to deuce.
In the previous play too, was Zonova. A lot of, it's a much more difficult shot to go cross court on the run like that, and she did it, and she pulled it off. But then too long on the return there to close it out, and back to deuce for the third time.
Second serve. Double fault.
Advantage
Zonova. Set point number 3.
And I know you volunteer to wear a wireless headset and be the ball boy, but you notice that both players usually have to play their balls when they serve. Big opportunity here on the second serve.
She came up with a good one. No, it tickled the tape on the way by, so it will be a second serve.
Gutsy play down the tee, though,
Yeah,
on
it
the second
was.
serve. Just ticked the net.
Barely caught it. Still set point. On all 3 set points Zonova has had in this game, all 3 have been unforced errors. She's hit long.
I like the mix of the serve there, because she went down the tee previous, then she decided to go in with a little breaker out wide and pushed Zonova off the court and wasn't able to put it back in.
Deuce number 4 of the game. A winner from Kaplan.
Advantage Kaplan.
And solid work from Kaplan. She's going to need much more of that, especially on her serve.
Long. And her second
Deuce.
double fault of the game. Back to deuce.
I think that's been one of the biggest differences in this match so far. It's just the consistency of the first and second serves from Zonova so far compared to Kaplan. You see, that one was well long. She's not finding the range right now.
Advantage Kaplan.
Advantage Kaplan.
And it's interesting because obviously they both have to, play the balls themselves. There's no, it gives them an opportunity to kind of regather, think about the point, think about, how they're going to play.
Second serve. And Kaplan will hold.
Game Kaplan.
She survived
Zonova leads 5 games.
3 set points and 5 deuces to hold serve. Now Zonova, though, will have an opportunity to serve for the first set.
Kaplan had an opportunity earlier in that point to close it out, and then Zonova kind of got off balance on the overhead, and that put her in deficit. And she was scrambling, and obviously Kaplan got the win.
Love.
But for the most part, with the exception of one game, really, Zonova's service games have been pretty easy. And that's a foreboding scenario for Kaplan moving forward.
30 love.
Ace, 30 love.
Because you wonder at what point that if it keeps being easy for Zonova on her serve, and then Kaplan has to fight at one point, you know, is it gonna come up again where she doesn't is unable to hold? And right now, so all Zonova wants is 2 more points and close out the first set.
That ball drifts into the alley. 40 love, and now a triple set point for Zonova.
And that point right there is the epitome of what's been so far in the first set.
Kaplan with nothing to lose, veered back a couple of times in that point to stay in the set.
Yeah, again, she's been pinned back, but then she got one point where she really one ball that got Zonova a little bit out of shape, and then she was able to go with a real strong forehand coming forward.
5th set point overall for Zonova. She had 3 set points in the last game and couldn't cash in her second at this game. And Kaplan survives another.
40-30.
Well, Kaplan doesn't lack guts. We saw her here last year. She'll make plays, and she will trust her gut, and she did. Down the line, nice solid shot.
Set point number 6. Second serve.
Game.
And that'll do it.
Set. Zonova.
Zonova holds at 30 and takes the first set 6-3. Kseniya Zonova of the Hewlett Bulldogs won the opening set of the girls singles state championship 6-3. So now the pressure on Sydney Kaplan of Suffern to win the set to stay in the match. And there is Zonova, who just last winter moved to downstate from the Ukraine, where the rest of her family lives. She now lives in the Hewlett School District with her aunt. She's one of the top junior players in the Ukraine, and obviously has made quite a name for herself here in New York in a very short time here. 1 set away from a state championship, taking on Kaplan, just a sophomore. And Kaplan serving.
And the consistency really has not been there on that first serve. She's had a lot of long shots, a lot of first serves that aren't even really a threat to being.
Love.
30 love. And James, Kaplan lost her first service game at love, and even though her serve hasn't been crisp since, she's finding a way to hold.
She's battling. She's gotten in the long rallies a lot when she's gotten the second serve in. When she hasn't been the first serve, her first serve percentage has got to be below 50%. It's not been good, but she's really, you know, the guts and the guile that she has showed through.
She played into beauty on that last point now. 3 game points. So Kaplan opens the second set by holding at love.
Maybe that's the blueprint that she can build upon to start this second set. Both of them had 3-set matches at some point during this tournament. Zonova had hers in the second round against Holy Trinity's Yuka Lin. She actually lost the first set and came back and won the next 2.
Kseniya Zonova.
Kaplan had hers in the quarters.
Love 15.
Love
And James,
15.
Kaplan's 3-setter when she lost the first set in the quarters was against Stephanie Shikvashvili, who people may remember was a champion a year ago in singles. Love 30.
Love 30.
So we saw Zonova come out and win the first 10 points of the first set, and now Kaplan has won the first 6 points of the second set. Let me correct myself, Shikvashvili of the same family.
Sister.
The same champion. Her younger sister was a quarterfinalist this year.
15-30.
And this is something that Kaplan, even though she just lost that point, she's got to take advantage of this. It'll put a little doubt in the mind of Zonova, who's, for the most part, dictated how this match has gone so far. So a couple of break points for Kaplan. An opportunity to break Zonova for the first time in this match. Two really big forehands, but the backhand is awry, and Kaplan gets the start she wants. She gets the break and goes up too low. And you saw that Zonova turn up the power grade on those first two shots, but that last one down the line just a little bit wide, and Kaplan has an opportunity to go up 3 love.
And it almost feels like Kaplan just needed a few games to adjust to Zonova's power.
Mm-hmm.
Double fault.
Love 15.
Well, there's one way that she can let Zonova get back into it is her service.
I think Zonova did something smart right there. She goes up love 30. So far in this match, whenever she's had an opportunity to second serve, she's really gone for it. That time, she just got the ball back into play, and Kaplan made the unforced error.
And a little sigh there, you could hear that. She chunked it in the net and kind of let it sigh like, oh, I need a serve. I need a serve right now. Big point.
And almost instantly, Zonova gets the break right back. She now looks at a triple break point. And with a little bit of help from the net, she does.
Game, Zonova. Kaplan leads 2-1. Second set. First set, Zonova.
It's a real strong response game from Zonova, taking advantage of the double fall on the first point, and then some real power strokes to get the 30 love lead, love 30 lead, excuse me, and then obviously took care of the last two. And An opportunity to get back on to even here in this second set.
They played a combined 9 games in the opening set, only 1 service break. So far of the 3 games we've seen in the second set, 2 of them, twice the serve was broken.
And you can almost see the flick of the switch, though. There's times when Zonova realizes, hey, I'm just going to turn the power grade up a little bit. And more often than not, she's really picked the right times and the right shots to put Kaplan in a real deficit situation, fighting back to getting back in points.
Love.
Love.
30 love.
Missed the overhand.
30,
Zonova had
15.
won 6 straight points. That was an opportunity for a 7th straight that would have given her
Yeah.